confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 1,725 with 27 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 17 additional cases were reported with no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's Wednesday, September 15th. There is new hope for parents as we get an update on when COVID-19 vaccines may become available for younger children. According to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration could greenlight vaccines for children ages 5 to 11 sometime this fall. He says if you look at the studies that they've done at the National Institutes of Health in collaboration with the pharmaceutical companies, there will be enough data to apply for an emergency use authorization by both Pfizer and Moderna. Dr. Fauci believes Pfizer will come first, followed by Moderna. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla says data on how their vaccine works in children ages 5 to 11 should be submitted to the FDA by the end of this month or the first week of October. He adds that vaccine data for younger children will follow. They're studying kids as young as 6 months old, and he hopes to share those results with the agency at the end of October or the beginning of November. The FDA plans to carefully review all the information they receive in a matter of weeks instead of months. But officials say their ability to review the submissions rapidly will depend in part on the quality and timeliness of the submissions by the manufacturers. California's coronavirus transmission rates are dropping. The state's transmission level went down from high to substantial, which is the second highest tier as defined by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. California is one of only 3 states, including Connecticut and Vermont, to have fallen into this category. The District of Columbia and Puerto Rico joined us at this level as well. State epidemiologist Dr. Erica Pan says California's relatively high vaccination rates could have contributed to the decrease in transmission rates. More than 68% of Californians are fully vaccinated, and another 9.9% are partially vaccinated. Dr. Pan also says mask wearing likely played a role in slowing the spread of the virus. COVID-19 outbreaks continue at LA County's correctional facilities. Public health officials are looking into 22 ongoing outbreaks in correctional and law enforcement settings. There are 2 more ongoing outbreaks compared to a month ago. As of September 10th, COVID-19 case counts associated with correctional facility outbreaks increased by 117 new cases from the previous week, when 176 new cases were reported. As of right now, nearly 11,000 people who are incarcerated or work at these places have COVID-19. County-wide, jail facilities total more than 7,000 cases. And to date, 47 people in these settings died from the coronavirus. Public health officials say county, state, and federal authorities continue to work to reduce the potential for outbreaks at prisons and jail facilities. They're required to verify the vaccination status of all workers and comply with respirator, masking, and testing mandates. El Camino College will soon require COVID-19 vaccination for all students, faculty, and staff. Its Board of Trustees voted unanimously last week for the move, and it will be enacted in time for winter classes. All El Camino College employees must provide proof of vaccination by Monday, November 8th. Students have until Monday, January 3rd of 2022. The board's decision came after months of public discussions, input from faculty and staff, and monitoring of the spike in the number of positive cases reported on campus and throughout LA County. Exemptions will be considered for medical conditions and religious beliefs. Johnson & Johnson vaccines are available to all students, faculty, and staff for free. They can get the shots on weekdays at the Student Health Center. California voters decided to let Governor Gavin Newsom keep his job. They rejected the recall ballot measure by roughly a 2-1 margin. The rest of the country watched the results unfold after President Joe Biden took a quick trip to Long Beach on Monday to campaign for him ahead of Tuesday's recall election. Governor Newsom says he is humbled and grateful to the millions of Californians for their support. He is only the fourth governor in U.S. history and the second in California to face a recall. Most of California's national forests will open again late tonight after regional closures were put into place 2 weeks ago due to wildfires. The forests are reopening a couple of days before the original end date. The closures first went into effect on August 31st. But the shutdown at 5 national forests will be extended due to local weather and fire factors, as well as a temporary strain on firefighting resources supporting large fires in other areas of the state. Los Padres, Angeles, San Bernardino, and Cleveland National Forests in Southern California will be closed until midnight on September 22nd, and El Dorado National Forest in Northern California until September 30th. Forest Service officials say they are constantly evaluating fire and weather conditions as well as firefighting resources to ensure everyone's safety. The Torrance Fire Department sent teams to help out at multiple fires in Northern California throughout this fire season. A Torrance-based company received statewide recognition at a recent California Small Business Association luncheon in Sacramento. Assembly member Al Muratsuchi shared that Roxas Law and Conflict Resolution was his South Bay Small Business of the Year. The law practice is run by a husband and wife team. They focus on family and criminal law. The Assembly member says Sandy and Adrian Roxas have been standing up and speaking out against anti-Asian hate through rallies and webinars. They also provided free legal representation to hate crime victims. He thanked the couple for all that they do for our community. Congratulations, Sandy and Adrian, on your recognition. Well, September is Pedestrian Safety Month, and the Torrance Police Department is supporting efforts to help reduce crashes and injuries. According to the Governor's Highway Safety Association, 2020 had the largest annual increase of the rate at which drivers struck and killed pedestrians. In California, pedestrian deaths accounted for 27% of all traffic-related deaths in 2019. Police say it's simple. Slow down and stop for pedestrians. And if you are walking, be mindful of vehicle traffic. For the safety of everyone walking and driving, the Torrance Police Department will have additional officers on patrol throughout September looking for violators. That includes those who make illegal turns, not stopping at stop signs or signals, and speeding. Police also provide some tips for drivers. Follow the speed limit and slow down at intersections. Be prepared to stop for pedestrians at marked and unmarked crosswalks, and avoid blocking crosswalks while waiting to make a right turn. For pedestrians, use crosswalks. Make it easy for drivers to see you by wearing reflective material. Carry a flashlight, especially at dawn, dusk, or at night, and be extra careful when crossing streets or entering crosswalks at night when it is harder to see, or when crossing busier streets with more lanes and higher speed limits. The Torrance City Council met last night to conduct city business. The council issued a proclamation declaring Saturday, September 18th as Coastal Cleanup Day in the city of Torrance. Coastal Cleanup Day is the largest volunteer day on the planet, and this year, the city will host 3 hybrid community cleanup sites on Saturday at Torrance Beach, Sur La Brea Park, and downtown Torrance. Council members also approved and concurred with the State Legislative Advocacy Committee's position on resolutions and bylaws of the League of California Cities to be considered at the general business meeting scheduled for September 24th in Sacramento, and appointed Councilmember Mike Griffiths as the voting delegate. And city leaders accepted a Torrance Police Foundation grant award for almost $25,000 and appropriated the grant funding to purchase equipment, training materials, and medical trauma training kits for an active threat training and education program. More agenda items were discussed. You can read the full list online at torranceca.gov and watch replays of the council meeting right here on our channel, online, and on the city's social media platforms. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Olympic medalist Brian Burrows was recognized at last night's City Council meeting. The Torrance native earned a bronze medal in the first ever Olympic mixed team trap team event in Tokyo, Japan. He joined the council meeting virtually to share how special it was to grow up right here in Torrance.
I feel so honored to be recognized by my community and really chasing my Olympic dream. I've lived in many different cities and many different states, but I'll always consider Torrance my home. In fact, Torrance has been not just my home, but my family's home for more than 70 years. And we love the South Bay, and we love Torrance. It's a great place to grow up and live, and we absolutely love it. And it's a really great feeling to be able to represent not just the United States, but my hometown of Torrance. And being able to come from such a place with such other great Olympians like Louis Zamperini and Michelle Kwan, it's truly an honor to be able to continue that legacy. But thank you so much for the recognition, and I'm so thankful that my family could be there, even though I had to come via Zoom. I know you guys are there, and thank you very much for everything.
Brian, I want to tell you they were very, very proud, and we're all going to give you a round of applause right now.
Congratulations, Brian, for your major accomplishment. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.